thing is they are discussed about the find the common books. So for the finding the common books, we have to count in the map. They are creating map and counting like how many times this book has come. While we are iterating to the bookworms collection, how many times this book has been read, we are counting using a map. So here they are discussing about how to initialize a map and how so if the key is not present, then it will give like false in OK. We can use that in the condition, and it has a default 0 value of since we are using int here, it will get a default 0 value. So even if it is not there, we will get a 0 value. But to check whether the presence or not, we can use this other flag, find out if it is really there or not. If it is there only, we will do something. So if it is there, we will we will increment the counter. And for creating the map also, they are telling like we can initially set up the capacity. Because normally previously for test case map now we are already gave the elements present inside this. If we are going to do it dynamically, then we can use the make function, but if we know the initial capacity, we can give it. Otherwise, if we don't give it, it will adjust on its own. So we can use range to iterate through that also. Once we iterate through that, we can this map we can update the count. So if the book comes a second time, then it will be count will be incremented twice, so it will have more than one count. So using that we can find out like it is a common book. So that for counting alone, they have created a separate function. It is taking the list of bookworm, and the count map they are creating dynamically, and we are iterating to this bookworm, and inside that the books read by each bookworm we are going, and we are adding the book count into this count collection. So finally we will get the collection of the count. Then they are starting to write the test case for that. As usual, we are checking the length of expected and target one. And target count. This is just for testing equals expected and target ones are equal or not. So we are checking whatever it is in want. We are checking the count is in want, what is target count, and what we got, what is the target count. We are comparing both and returning false. The test case we are recommending that no bookworms at all, how to test it. Bookworm is there, but no books is there, that they are not reading books or they are yet to read books. That case, or that writing the different test cases. The input bookworm and what is the expected one we are keeping. So finally this books count function we are calling the find common books. Once we got the counts now, whatever is having more than one copy, that is a common book. the common books we are creating slice and we will return that. So array means there will be size, slice means there will be no size, it's dynamically sized. That's all. Slice in underline it has array only, so it is dynamic. So once it is filled up, under the go VM will create a new array. Like if it exceeds the capacity, it will create a new array as the underlying thing, and the slice will point to the new array. For since it is dynamic, we can append to it. That is anything. Here we are checking the count is greater than 1, we are adding it to the common books slice. Again we are going with tests. So yeah, tests are very useful, but they are very boring to write, I can say. Here they are discussing about that maps in Go don't return in the same order. So for doing the testing purpose, we are always sorting it so that the expected and target we can do some kind of matching. So they are sorting and they are doing something. For that they have written the sort function. There is in the slice function present in sort. So it takes a list and the function. So based upon this function only it will do the comparison. This is an anonymous function, so we are not creating it with any name and all. So directly it is a function with no name, only the parameter and return type is there. Here we are doing the comparison and we are returning. So once we sort it, we can test it easily, because testing will be somewhat easier, because with expected and target means the order keeps changing, then it will be difficult. I think after writing the test, till now I have not run the test. I'm not sure if it will run. Okay. This function is to just print out the books. So if we find the common books now, finally we have to show it to the user. So we are common books, we are getting it, and we are just formatting the printout title, author. So we are calling the finally the main function is like load. We are loading the bookworms. Find the common books we are calling, and then we are just printing the common books. So there is another strategy. Instead of using the sort dot slice and passing the anonymous function, we can implement the sort dot interface. The interface has three methods. If we implement all three of them, then we can without using the anonymous function now we can do it. So I don't know what is this. Defining a custom type to implement sort dot interface. Okay, so since this is a collection of book, we want to implement now, it should be a type. No, it is not a book is a type. Collection of book is not a type per se. So we are creating some by author type with them. Here we are giving the implementation length. We are using length of the book array. Swap. Usual swapping thing. Plus we are taking the author. So these methods will be used internally by Go to do the sorting. Now we can instead of sort dot slice, so we can use sort dot stop. So it changes sorting order. So I think previous one did some copy. This one use the sorting and modifies the collection. Here they are doing the recommendations thing. What they are saying is if two people are having some common books, then maybe other books that common two people are reading the same book, they are friends. So what friends who have not read their friends book, so their friends books we are showing. How we are marking as friend means if they have read the same book, then they are friends. So we have to give the friends books, other books as a recommendation. They are creating book recommendations. Make book recommendations. Book recommendations. I think some type they have created, I think. Instead of the os.open, they are suggesting like it may not be efficient if the file size is large. So they are telling about some Buff.io package which provides a new reader size function in the following description. New reader size returns a new reader whose buffer has at least the specified size. Okay, at least the find common books was clear, and after that I think they ran off somewhere. Improvement, sort interface is okay, somewhat I got it. Like we are creating a new type for the book slice and we are implementing this method with new sort. Reading recommendations, I am not sure. Make book recommendation, what is this type? List other books on shelves. Register, so something they have given like hints and all. Then Buffalo, I think I got somewhere. If it is a large file, we can read it in chunks. For that, for the JSON decoder, we have to pass buffio.new reader size instead of passing the file directly. We have to pass the buffered reader. Here we can in the file we can set the size. Here I think it is 1 KB, 1000. It's like 1 MB. Every 1 MB it is reading and it is doing the decoding and something like that. So handled by itself. You can also use it to write it. And we talk like while writing also we have to be careful, like the buffer should be filled. If it is not filled, it may be lost, so finally we have to do some flushing so that whatever is remaining in the buffer without being flushed, we can do a manual flush. It's not related to the current thing, but sort improvements, recommendations, okay. Common books, print, everything in separate things. Common books, this is for display books where it is added in normal. Sort improvements. Instead of returning the count which directly, we are calling the sort fix at the last. For that he is doing that, he is using the interface thing, not the sort slice. I'm not sure why it is better. Instead of sort slice, simply it would have been done. We are also already doing sort slice maybe. Sort books is there. Here we are doing the sort slice thing. Recommendations, here we have to see the code fully. Type book recommendation, map book collection, tab book collection, map book. User collection of books. Book recommendation is all the recommended books for a given book. Of book, book collection. Book collection is again a map of book struct. I don't understand the syntax. Map of book struct empty structure. Collection of book equal to struct empty. What is I think many things I am not able to understand. Yeah, when we started the project itself, I was thinking what is suddenly how we can do recommendations now that you can see, right? The cursor is this much only. How in this short tutorial is going to cover such an important thing. I think it is not right. Destruct. So why we are creating this? See, this is one of the place where it is Go is not great. I don't know what is this empty stack, what is this use of it. Why don't we use bool itself? Oh, for saving memory, so this one the author should have mentioned it. This is a beginner go book. Why he has used that seems just for saving memory. He could have made it much more clearer by keeping it as a bool. So I would understand like what is the set. Okay, if it is present it will be true, if it is not it will be false. Instead of that we are using the present or not present using the empty stat. I understand that it saves memory now, but it should not be in a beginner book, and even if it is there they should be mentioned, right? Maybe this is okay, got it fine. Well, I think the recommend books we have to see tomorrow. Even the other things is somewhat complex, I think, for me. Common books itself, we have to do so much. And sorting is there, see, there is no requirement to sort in a business case perspective. Just for the test purpose we are sorting this. I'm not sure if that is a good idea. Yeah, if it is a small dummy project it's not of much consequence. In these cases only, I find this testing is a difficult thing. What he should have done is the sorting he should have done in the testing. He should have sorted the both the target and expected and compared that. Instead of that, adding that in the main logic itself, it's okay for this project. But yeah, even then, generally, I don't know what is the purpose of this sort. What is the use of being deterministic? Okay, for finding the common books, we have to first count the books. I think I will do common books and print alone. Sort improvements and recommendation, I will skip it or I will see it tomorrow. And the book count. Book count is we are getting slice of books. What are we returning? சின்ன book book and some viewing things.